Thank you for joining me this evening for day 4 of Kayaking 101. I'm Kelly Howard if we haven't met, and tonight what I wanted to demonstrate was how to tie your kayak down. So I just have to say a couple of things. One of them is that I totally know that I'm kind of cheating because I have this great rack system on my Jeep. But you can do this without a rack system on your Jeep or on your car or whatever it is. And what you need is just simply something like this. And first, let me just tell you, I live near the airport, so it's going to be a little noisy out here. And there's lots of dogs in my neighborhood, so between the airplanes and the dogs, we should have a good time. So this is just a simple foam block that will hold a kayak on top of your car. It comes in groups of 2. The other thing you want to have is you want to have some straps. You need some good straps, right? These guys are, they've got a nice little cam cleat at the end. I like that. Keeps you from having to, now how to do a bowling or a trucker's hitch or whatever. Something like this will make it super easy to just, put your boat on your car. The other thing to know is that I'm using my little boat tonight, and you'll see I actually injured my hand recently, and so I just needed something a little bit light. I also have, and let's see if we can see this, on the back, I'm also the photographer tonight. So on the back, I've put down a towel over an old life vest just to be able to slide the kayak up on it, since I'm doing this as if it's just me, which I guess it really is just me. So hang on just a sec, let's do this. All right, not sure if you can hear me, but I'm just going to slide it up the back, over the towel, and onto the Jeep. Okay, like I said, it's a little bit of a cheat because I have a great rack system on this car. But first thing I'm going to do is take my tie downs. I've wrapped them underneath the rack strap here, okay? And then I'm going to go over, or underneath the rack bar, and I'm going to go over in the back. While I'm over there, I'm going to toss the other ones over here so you can see how I'm tying this down. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that the strap is up against where the kayak is. If I tie it way out here, the kayak can slip, okay? Once it moves, it'll go back and forth. But I've got it close. So on this side, I've done the same thing on the other side. Now what I'm going to do here is, let me just demonstrate. Okay, for the sake of not having you guys watch me all evening, I'm just going to tell you this. Normally I'd be very careful not to have a twist in this, so pretend like that's not twisted. I'm just going to be pretty quick right here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I actually put the cleat up here so that I'm able to get some purchase on it, right? I want it snug. I want it relatively snug. Pull it down, and then Okay, so what I did was I just went ahead and took the end, wrapped it a little bit, and then just tied it off with a half hitch, okay? I'm gonna go back and tie it off with the other way, just to double check that I've got that on nice. It's not gonna make a big difference, but I'll tell you, when you're driving down the freeway and all of a sudden you hear tick, 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 and you're not positive if it's the strap hitting your car or something else, you're gonna pull over. So just take it from me, okay? So on the other side, instead of having you watch me and just sit here, what I'm going to do is do the same thing other side, just once again, keeping it close to the boat, starting my cleat off up here, tie it down so it's not going to move, and then you've got your boat tied down. That's it, really. Generally speaking, if I've got a longer boat, I'm going to use a fore and aft or a bow and stern strap too. And I just have to tell you, tragically, I cannot find my super cool straps that hold it down on the hood. So I'll post a couple of things earlier or later to the video so you can see some of the other things I use. But what I'm going to do is run a bow line through the front of my boat, which has got a little snap up there, and then come down to the front of my car. Just a second. Okay, yet again, it's easy to do that with the Jeep, but because I've got a rack on the front or big bumpers, but you just tie it down to the front, and you can do the same thing at the end if you want to, the stern. So I'll be checking afterwards for any questions. I will tell you that if you don't have any sort of crossbars on your vehicle or any sort of rack system, if you drop me a note, I will send you some details on how to actually tie it off through your vehicle. You can do that. That's another way of doing it. You'll want to definitely make sure that you use something in the back to slide your boat up on, because you don't want to scratch your vehicle. What else can I tell you? So I talked about doing strokes tonight, like showing you guys strokes. Truth is that I'm the only videographer here, and so you really don't want to just watch me do strokes in my driveway. Okay, so I'm going to post some good videos of different types of strokes and how to do them. If you're a BCO member, we're scheduling 3 or 4 lessons in June and then again in July. It'll be on the water lessons. So of course you are welcome to just come to any of them. I think it's typically like a $10 charge just for boat delivery. We've got your boats, we've got your PFDs, we've got your paddles. If you're not a BCO member, then membership opens next month. Make sure you get on the wait list, because the wait list is where the first people hear, okay? All you have to do that, you just go to BayouCityOutdoors.com, click on join. It'll take you right to the wait list page, put your name in, boom, you're on the list. Hang on for 1 second, because I think there's another question or another thing I need to tell you. In the meantime, there is one thing that you can do really on a lot of vehicles, is you can put your boat inside. You'd be surprised. This little vehicle, I got that big boat in here easily by simply moving the seat forward and kind of angling it in sideways. So if you've got something, I have a member who's put her long kayak in her Prius. You can do a lot of inside, boats inside. Be careful. One of the times I put this boat inside, I gave it a little shove and proceeded to put it right through my windshield. I shouldn't tell these stories on myself, sorry. But you can do that. It's not hard to put your boat on the inside of your vehicle also, unless you have a really long boat or a really big one. So if there's any questions, drop me a note below in the comments. I will be checking them and replying to them. In the meanwhile, tomorrow evening we'll be talking about where to paddle. There's actually a number of places around the city that are actually very, very pretty to paddle within an hour. Within an hour of Houston or in Houston, there's a lot of places to go. So thank you so much for being here with me this evening. And if you've got any questions about tying your boat down, let me know, and I will see you on the water. Thanks.